Ladies, tonight's class is on leads. Leads are so critically important to us. First of all, booking is the lifeline of our business. The big thing is to have leads so you can book from them. Now, ideally, please, 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 if I tell you one thing, please learn to book from every single appointment you go to. It is so critically important to learn basic booking skills. So from every party you go to, you book from them. So just know that. Now, there are things you can do though to have lots of leads to work from, because at different times things may happen, things may fall through, and you want to always have a source of leads. They shouldn't all be from the same place, plain and simple, just right off the bat. But there are different things that can help you. First of all, at every party, like I said, be a booking machine. Just go into every party with the assumption of how many bookings am I going to get. If there's 3 ladies coming, I'm going to book all 3 ladies. Just kind of have that kind of mindset. But definitely at every single time I do a party, a facial, a double facial, I always get leads from the ladies that are there. What you want to use at every party, facial, double facial that you go to. You want to have the fabulous game sheet or something like this. Or you can use the back of the profile. And what I'm going to do real quickly, just kind of give you a heads up, is I'm going to give you some core extra ideas to help you with leads. And then you can take those and you can decide which ones you like best, but always kind of have your mind open. There's a lot of different ways to get leads. There's in fact hundreds of ways to get leads. I'm just going to give you kind of the more popular ones that you'll hear of right now. But definitely keep your eyes and ears open for other ones that you can do. Okay, so the fabulous game, you want to do this at every single party or facial or double facial, where you ask them, you just literally set it up like, hey ladies, did you see my face today when you were coming on that billboard? And they'll all kind of give you a look like, no. I've had some people say yes. And I'm always like, what are they looking at? But anyways, I always joke around, no, of course not. That was a trick question. You know, in Mary Kay, we don't advertise for, models or anything like that. And so it's more of word of mouth. So this is a cool thing that we allow you to do. And of course, there's a prize involved. And then I put music on and I just pass out the sheets and I say, don't start yet because this is a time thing. I'm going to put on a song and you can write down. I'm going to go ahead and let you have your cheat sheets. Everybody grab their cell phones and you go ahead and look through your cell phone, and I want you to put down names and numbers of people that love to take care of themselves or you think need some extra pampering or anything like that. Like you kind of give them some ideas. And then I say, now, if they're 25 or older, you're going to get double points for them because it's just easier to work with people that have a little bit more income and a little bit more stable situation in life. So I do that myself. But then I always say to them, this is really cool. I'm going to make you look really good. I'm only going to contact them once to see if they would like to take advantage of their pampering makeover. And I'm going to give them a gift certificate from you, but you pay nothing. So it makes you look really good, but it gives them extra pampering too and a little bit of extra love. Okay, who's competitive in here? And then I ask that, and then I turn on the music, and then whoever gives me the most names. And what you do is you kind of sell that at the party or facial, and then you give away something. It can be as little as a hand cream sample or some gift that you got off the pink sale, something like that. And that's what I give. Or beauty blotter, something like that, or an eyeshadow. And that's what I give as a gift to whoever gets the most points. So that every single party you go to, you should be leaving with lots and lots of referrals. Now, one cool thing is that also can be a good booking tool. When you go to close them at the end, you can say, if they say, well, I don't even know who I'd invite, doop, right here's your guest list. So that's one thing. Okay, so every appointment, you always have this. Now, if it is not on my website, because I just changed websites, so I can't tell you if it is or isn't, we will get this on the website. So just text me if it's not on there. Okay, warm chattering, and this is one that you just have to decide if this is for you or not for you, but this is how I warm chatter. I go up to perfect strangers, and I know that sounds terrifying. Do I love it? Not really, but I can do anything for a short period of time that I won't have to do for the rest of my life. So this is what I do, is I walk up to somebody and I look for a sincere compliment that I can give them. If I run into a lady and I see that she has a beautiful hair, okay, so I would go up to her and I'd go, oh my gosh, you have the most beautiful brown hair. I just love that shade. It looks so nice on you too. I know this sounds crazy and you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm Diane DeTesco. I'm with Mary Kay Cosmetics out of Dallas, Texas. And I'm putting together a portfolio of before and after pictures like the ones you see in magazines. And I would love to have you as a model in my portfolio. Listen, I know, like I said, you're going to think I'm crazy and everything, but here, let me give you my name and my number. It's on my card and everything. Let me just grab your name and number, and I'll call you and explain what I'm talking about. I do that, and I can get almost anybody to give me their name and number. I mean, every once in a while you have somebody say no, but they feel so flattered that you ask them to be a model. That's an easy one, okay? So, and I'll give you some other ones too. Vendor tables. Vendor tables are always a great way to get leads. I will just tell you, there's all kinds of things. You can look, there's different even websites of vendor opportunities and things like that. Now, one thing I always do when I'm doing something like that, I don't do a ton of them, but if I am doing something like a vendor table or something, I always ask people, do you have other cosmetic companies? Make sure they don't have other Mary Kay ladies going to be there, because you don't want to have something where you're competing against other Mary Kay ladies. It's just silly. Always look at the cost of the vendor table. Find out how much are they going to charge you. Some of the bridal ones are very high. You have to ask them, how many people do you usually get registered at this? Is there exclusivity? Don't be afraid to ask very straightforward questions. Always, if it's very high, ask other women to do it with you, other Mary Kay people, and you guys can figure out a system on how to divide up the names. We always have an A, B, C, and D. If the people walk away from the table and there's time, we flip their little card over before we put it in the drawing, and there's an A if she's real sharp, B, pretty sharp, C, not so sharp, D, I'm not calling her. So we put A, B, C, D on the back of that card. And then when we divvy up the names, whatever ones have A's on them, we divvy up the A's first, then we divvy up the B's. And it just makes it so it's more fair, so that one person isn't getting all the A's, that kind of thing. So it just makes it nice. But like I said, always look at, see, how much are they charging you? Does this make sense? Maybe ask your sales director or ask me, is this a smart one to do? Always look at too. And please hear my heart on this one. If you're going into something that is like a swap meet kind of thing, or a, trying to think of the name of flea market kind of thing, you are going to be drawing more people that are looking for a really, really cheap product. So if you go into something like that, make it very difficult. Sometimes your leads are not going to be as good. So you always want to look at what kind of opportunity is this. Right now I'm doing a bridal store this next weekend. And it's a bridal store that I've developed a relationship with, the bridal store. And it's a very high-end bridal store. And they're having me come in and do a table. And I'm going to be the only vendor there. So, but I do nice things. I bring free product to the lady that owns the store. I do smart things. Sometimes it's smart to ingratiate yourself with people and do wise stuff. So that can help you too. Honoring working women is such a good one. This you can do with goodie bags, or you can do with the wooden roses. If you buy the wooden roses online, if you just Google wooden roses, they literally, I think it was like $88, and I got like 1,000 of them. It's not ridiculous. They're very, very cheap. But that one is an easy one to take those, the wooden roses. You go into different establishments. If it says on the door, no soliciting, I wouldn't go in. So look for different places. An easy one to do for honoring working women is honoring retail workers. And that you can go to strip malls, you can go to malls, you can go different stores. Hey, I'm honoring women of retail today, and I would just love to give you this rose, or I'd love to give you this goodie bag. I'm doing drawings throughout the next few months. And so I'll put your name in the drawing and, blah, blah, blah. And here's my name and number. Like, always give them something. But it's a real easy way. And the reason why I say drawings, I do drawings over the next few months. The reason why I say something like that is because you don't want them to be standing next to their buddy and she wins and that girl wins, you want them to know there's going to be lots of drawings. Because with any of the things that I do drawings, and what I do is I call people. There's usually one grand prize drawing for like a satin hand set for the Honoring Working Women. But still, even with that lady, if somebody wins the top prize, I don't just go deliver them the satin hands. I say, but you also won that satin hands at a pampering makeover. So what's better for you, the beginning of the week or the end of the week? And I set up the makeover. Now, for the other drawings, if they didn't win the top prize, you won my second prize drawing. And this is so cool. You won. And this is where I look at, where did I get her name from? Was she a sharper lady? Hopefully I put something on the back of the card when I got her name and number. It always helps. It's always smart to put everything on that back of those cards. So it makes you remember later when you're looking at cards. Because sometimes I'll have like 100 different leads that I'm looking at when I'm making calls. And so if I put something on the back of that card, it helps me so much. But this is the kind of thing I would say to her. I would say, oh my gosh, Amanda, I got your name, and I always write where I got their name. When I was honoring working women of retail, I'm so glad that you won my second prize drawing this month. And so what you've won is you've won a pampering makeover with a gift certificate of $25. So what's better for you, the beginning of the week or the end of the week? A lot of times I'll say, congratulations, So what's so cool about that is you got this pampering makeover, and that way you can decide how you want to spend your gift certificate. What's better for you, the beginning of the week or the end of the week? Now, if they say, well, I just want the gift certificate, I always say, well, this is how it works. I give you a free makeover. We can make it even, just 20 minutes or 15 minutes. It's real, non-threatening, it's real fun and everything, and we'll get together, and that way you can decide how you want to spend your gift certificate. And I still just hold true to that. I don't send it to them. They get it at their makeover. So that's an easy way. Honoring Working Women, you go into different offices. You can also do like kind of office of the week too, where you go in. The office of the week, the easiest way to do that one is, like, let's say you go to a dental office, okay? This is your dental office, and so you say to your dentist or the head lady or head man that runs the office and say, I'd like to come in and honor all your workers. I can do satin hands in the break room and everything, but I'll do a drawing and one person will win something and everything, but most everybody else will get gift certificates from me as well. And so then you go in and you can do the satin hands, you get all the names for the drawing and everything, do one drawing. So you've done that at that initial place. Then you say to them, what office would you guys like to nominate to be my office of the week for next week? And then you go do that. The good thing about that one is, first of all, usually you have a little bit higher paid people. They all have jobs because you're at their workplace, so that's a good thing. So there's different ways, and so that's a good one to do. And then each time you go, and what you can do is you can bring like little donuts, the little, round donuts, or you can do something, like to bring them like cookies or something like that for the office, because everybody loves a sweet treat. So then they're glad that you came. So there's a positive right away. So that's another way. Honoring Working Women is a little bit different because you're just going in. I'm honoring working women today. I went to it was weird. I had a couple banks that I was going to one day, and I went to the first one, and they said, oh, Diane, one of your little people. It was cute because they think I own everybody. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way, but it's okay. They were like, she came in today, and she was honoring all bank workers. And I was like, oh, so smart. Somebody was being smart. And so she had went in and gave them all. They were like, we all got goodie bags, and we're going to be in this drawing. They loved it. Well, I went to my next bank. Oh my gosh, Diane, there was a lady in here today that was honoring bank workers. I thought, how smart is this? So that's what you can do. You can pick anything at all. I'm honoring restaurant workers today. I'm honoring this. You can choose, but always look at, where am I going? Are these sharper people, or am I going to be working with people that are not as sharp? So you got to look at those kind of things, and it can make a huge difference. So you can do Office of the Week or Honoring Working Women. You can do both. Okay, restaurant customer appreciation. Now, I've known of the Melting Pot in Cincinnati doing this. I know of people doing this at Applebee's. I know of different restaurants that have done this. What you do is you can do again with the wooden roses or the goodie bags. In a goodie bag too. I get the little cellophane bags from my girlfriend's house on the web. And I put candy, my business card, and like one sample. So that's a goodie bag. Always look at your costs, get something inexpensive, always be smart, just be smart. Okay, but there you can sit at a restaurant and everybody that comes in, let's say it's Applebee's, you know, Applebee's wanted to thank you for coming today. You get this as a gift. They're honoring all their ladies that come to dinner tonight, and you get this, and then you're entered into a drawing. I would get a gift certificate from Applebee's that I'm going to give away. So you get into the drawing for the Applebee gift certificate tonight, and plus there's second prize drawings and all kinds of things too. Then I'd get their name and number, and off they would go into my that customer appreciation. And so that's a cool one to get lots of names. And just remember, you can get a buddy to do these with you if you feel like that would make you feel better. That's, of course, a great idea. Okay, facial bags. Now these, you know, it's a little bit getting, it's been a while since I've worked my facial bags, but this is how I built my unit in Dayton, Ohio. Facial bags. I did not buy the ones from the company. I will tell you, not that they're not bad, but sometimes people have a negative thought about Mary Kay, and I can overcome it if I don't have anything on that facial bag that says Mary Kay. So I have always used a gift bag. Just a regular gift bag that's pretty, and I put a sign on it. And let me tell you, even in this day of computers, I still write on mine. Why? Because you never see handwriting anymore. People will read handwriting before they will read written copy. So this is what I put on it. So I will say it slowly, and it does work. It does get people's attention. I put attention ladies, big at the top. Attention ladies, drop in business card or fill out cards below. Drop in business card or fill out card below. Everyone who enters receives a free gift. Receives a free, I'm sorry, I used to have this memorized completely. Receives a free makeover and a free gift. And then I would always put the asterisk, must be over 18 to enter. Keep it super simple. Now, where did I put these? I put them at any restaurant that has a big takeout thing. Anywhere where people are going to be standing and waiting. Car places where people sit and wait. It's weird, but car washes. Different places. At my dental office, my doctor's office, anywhere people sit and they wait and they're a little bit bored. So that, I even had one at a dance studio. So restaurants were my number one though. That always got me good results, and it was cute. The way I got them into the places, I would go into a restaurant or a business and I just say, are you the owner? No matter who was behind the counter, are you the owner? And they'd always go, oh, thank you. No, I'm not the owner, but she's in the back or he's in the back. And I would say, oh, okay, I thought you were the owner. And that always makes them like you. So then they would go back and get the owner or the person in charge. And I would say, hi, I'm Diane DeTesco. I'm with Mary Kay Cosmetics out of Dallas, Texas, because that always makes you sound more like bigger and more important. Out of Dallas, Texas, and I have just putting out these facial bags kind of as an extra service for your clientele, but also to kind of get my name out there as well. And I've been going to the better businesses in this area, and so I was wondering if I could just leave this for about a week just to kind of see if there's any interest. And if I saw them kind of getting ready to say no, I would say, and then what I'll do is I'll do a gift certificate from your office or gift certificate from your business, and I will give it away to one person in this bag. So that'll bring your clientele back to you too. And so that always worked. And I would say, I'll give it away as soon as I get 25 people or 50 people, whatever size gift certificate I was buying. And so what I would do is, after 1 week, I'd always mark where I had them. I had a notebook for all my places, because I will tell you, I usually had 15 to 20 out at a time. A lot of times people say, well, that didn't work for me. And I'll say, how many bags did you have out? One. And I'll be like, one? I mean, you've got to be ready. Some are going to get thrown away. Some are going to get stolen. Some are going to be no names. Some are going to give you lots of names. But you just have to be prepared to be in volume. Always think with anything with leads, it always is volume. So When I would come back at my first week, let's say there was no names in the bag or just one, I'd say, oh, this didn't do as much as I thought. I thought I'd get more names. But listen, could I leave it maybe another week just to kind of see what will happen? I almost never had anybody, in fact, I don't think I ever did have anybody say at that point, take it out. So there goes, I get 1 week, one extra week, okay? If it had a ton of names, what I would say is, oh my gosh, I got such a great response. Would it be any problem if I leave it here another week? And I never had anybody say no. So that worked out real well. And I will tell you, when I moved to Youngstown, Ohio, I actually had certain bags in different restaurants that I had for 4, 5, 6 years. So that whole asking for that extra week really panned out well. It just, after a while they do, hey, you need to replace your bag. It's looking kind of shabby. And so that was when I'd get a new bag in those areas, but that really worked well. So, and always when somebody would ask for a facial, they'd put their name in there. They'd put their name in there for a makeover. So what I would do is when I called those names, I just would say, hi, I'm Diane DeTesco. I got your name at Wolfgang's restaurant. So what's better for you, the beginning of the week or the end of the week? I wasn't asking them if they wanted a makeover. They asked for the makeover. It's in there. Now, occasionally somebody would fill out a card for somebody else, usually to be mean. And here what I would do is, like, let's say Susie Q's name in there, and she'd go, I didn't fill that out. I go, oh my gosh, somebody was thinking about you. They wanted you to get that free gift, so you actually won a free gift. So what's better for you, the beginning of the week or the end of the week? Boom, always. So that was with facial bags. So those work really well. I would have my thing on the bag, handwritten, and then I'd always do curly ribbon with a pen attached, just because it just makes it one less thing you have to worry about. If they're looking for a pen and can't find it, they won't fill it out. So it just made it easier. Okay, ask for referrals from friends, families, or customers. This you can do real easily. You can do, hey, if you give me 10 names real quick, I'm doing this really cool thing. I'm trying to get 100 names in the next half hour. So if you give me 10 names real quick, what I will give you is lipstick, lip gloss, mascara as a free gift, or eye makeup remover, something like that. I'm just kind of, doing something extra fun. And I've been challenged by the company, or I've been challenged by my director. And so I need to get 10 names from you real quick. Let's pull up your Facebook, or pull up your names and your numbers and your contacts. Let's see who you've got that you think would love to have a little bit of pampering. And what I'll do is I'll give them a gift certificate from you just for them, giving me their name and number, just as a nice thing to them. Easy way to get lots of names, lots of numbers. Okay. And I put down here, and I just told you that volume is everything with leads. Sometimes when you're at a table or different events, sometimes it is better if you have time, because sometimes people go, I only got 6 names, but I did book everybody. Well, sometimes that's better than sitting somewhere and getting 200 names, but you didn't really get to talk to anybody. So take advantage sometimes if it is a slower event, or you're at something that's a little bit slower, to get people that you could talk to them and create that relationship with them, and go ahead and book them on this spot. One thing that Cindy Williams always taught is to have postcards in your car, and after you've warm chatted different people. If you go to your car, you just got people's names and numbers, send them a postcard right away, like on the way home, drop them off at the post office, because they'll probably get them within 2 days. Like just saying, thank you, it was so nice meeting you out at the mall or at Target or anything like that. Then they're going to be like, wow, that was really impressive. Any way that you can make something a better experience, whenever you're getting names and numbers and things like that, there's always different ways to make it kind of a little bit more special. You always want to be somebody that people remember a little bit different, like, oh wow, that lady was really sharp. It does make a difference. Look to where you are talking to people. Am I talking to people, not to be mean, but let's say at the dollar store, or am I talking to people, even the difference between Target and Walmart? And I'm not trying to be mean. I was at Walmart just yesterday, so I'm not like, like an anti-Walmart, but I'm just saying sometimes you have to look at who's shopping with me. The difference between, in our area in Youngstown, Giant Eagle versus Mark's or something like that. Sometimes you have to look at where you're at, who you talk to. And always, rule of thumb, if somebody makes you feel a little bit intimidated, that's usually the person you need to talk to. Sometimes if it's a teenage girl that you can easily get her to say yes, you know, you got to look at that. There's a reason. So look for sharper people that kind of make you a little bit like, oh, I'm nervous about talking to her. Also, too, anytime you're out to eat, that's real easy. I used to waitress. Waitresses always want to get good tips. So you always do this before the tip trip. The tip trip is always going to be after they've brought you their food. They're going to come back to the table at some point if they're good. They're going to come back to the table and they're going to say, "How's your dinner? How, you know, do you guys need refills? Blah blah blah." And so when they come there, that's the perfect time to just say, "You know, I'm putting together this portfolio, and I just noticed tonight you have the most beautiful smile. I would love to have you as one of my models, like the ones in the magazines, the before and after pictures. I would love to treat you to a makeover, and in fact, just for helping me out and being a model, I'll give you $20 in free product. If she's real sharp, $25 in free product, just for being my model." What's usually better for you? Is it better beginning of the week or the end of the week? Sorry, I have a little pesky fly. So that's what's nice, is that's a real easy one, because usually, because they do want the tip, they're going to give you their name and number. So, and if you can book them right there on the spot, it's always going to be better for you. I hope this helped. I hope that gives you some ideas. But like I said, book from every party and every facial. Always book. Learn different booking approaches and just be so strong on that. But definitely always have leads coming from different places so that you're not all from the same thing. Like, I only did one idea and that's all I did. Have some different ideas, and that way you can be talking to lots of people. Thank you so much for your time.